2025 City of Oshkosh Plan Commission meeting. We're glad you can join us. I do see we have a quorum. I have a few housekeeping items to go over before we begin. Please turn off or silence all personal communication devices. The applicant and members of the public may speak to any item before the Plan Commission when the relevant item to which you wish to speak is called, and public comment is open. Unless an exception is made by the Plan Commission, the following rules will apply. The applicant will be given up to 10 minutes to present any information they wish for us to consider. Thereafter, members of the public will be given up to 5 minutes to address the specific item before the Plan Commission. Members of the public may only speak once per called agenda item unless a Plan Commission member requires clarification or wishes to ask you a question. Questions or statements from the audience will not be considered. Only statements from the podium after your stated name and address and within the allowed time constraints are taken into consideration. After all community members have had an opportunity to speak on the called agenda item, the applicant will be asked if they have a final statement for the Plan Commission, and then the Plan Commission may take action on that agenda item. The Common Council has adopted rules of decorum for city boards and commissions, including the adoption of a civility pledge. No person shall personally attack a board or commission member, city official or staff, or any other person. No person shall make irrelevant, unduly repetitive, offensive, threatening, slanderous, defamatory, or obscene remarks, or act in such a manner as to disrupt or disturb the orderly conduct of the meeting. This would include hand clapping, stomping of feet, whistling, shouting, or other demonstrations. I thank you all for your understanding. Now on to the agenda. Roll call, please.
Ms. Shireman. Here. Ms. Prop.
Here.
Mr. Pollack.
Here.
Councilmember Bulow.
Sorry, I was next door.
Stay here.
Stay here. Stay here.
Here!
Mr. Rucker.
Here.
Ms. Davy.
Here.
Mr. Lowenstein.
Here.
Mr. Bowen. Vice Chair Kiefer. Chairman Perry.
Here.
8 board members present.
Wonderful. On to the consent agenda. Are there any members of the public that would like to make a statement on the consent agenda item, which would be the minutes? Any member of the public wish to make a statement on the consent agenda item? Okay, I'm seeing none. Is there any member of the Plan Commission that wishes to pull this item off of consent agenda? Okay, I'm seeing none, so the Plan Commission, the action is upon you.
Move to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the motion? Okay, I'm seeing none, so let's have a roll call vote, please.
Ms. Shireman.
Aye.
Ms. Prop.
Aye.
Mr. Pollack.
Aye.
Councilmember Bulow.
Aye.
Mr. Rucker.
Aye.
Ms. Davy.
Aye.
Mr. Lowenstein.
Aye.
Chairman Perry.
Aye.
Motion carried to 8-0.
Wonderful, thank you. Now on to our regular agenda. Item number 2A is a public hearing. Review and make a recommendation on a zone change from 2-flat residential 10 district, a TR10, and central mixed-use district to a 2-flat residential district with a planned development overlay for properties located in the south side of the 100 block of West 8th Avenue and the north side of 100 block of West 9th Avenue. Have there been any site inspections? Myself included. Thank you. Those are so noted for the record. I will accept the staff report as part of the record. Please present your summary.
Thank you. So the subject area consists of 4 vacant lots and 1 lot with an existing single-family home along West 8th Avenue and 5 vacant lots along West 9th Avenue. All properties are currently zoned 2-flat residential district with the exception of the westernmost lot along West 8th Avenue, which is zoned central mixed-use district. The surrounding area consists of residential uses and a church to the south, residential uses to the east, parking lots to the north, and mixed commercial uses to the west. The 2040 Comprehensive Land Use Plan recommends center city uses for the subject area. So the applicant is requesting a zone change to 2-flat residential 10 district with a planned development overlay for all 10 of the subject properties. And this is intended to accommodate proposed townhome development, which will include 2 10-unit buildings and 2 2-unit buildings. And the PD overlay is needed to allow the 10-unit buildings, as the TR10 district only allows single-family and 2-family uses. And there will be a CSM required for the lot combinations needed for the 10-unit buildings. Staff is supportive of the proposed zone change as it will serve to accommodate future residential development of these subject properties. Also, the zoning of these subject properties will remain consistent with the current TR10 zoning of the existing neighboring residential properties. So staff recommends approval of the zone change with the findings in your staff report.
Thank you. Plan Commission, any technical questions for the staff? Mr. Pollock?
Can you go back a slide? So there's going to be several homes remaining kind of in between all of these townhouses, is that correct?
Correct, yeah, there will be homes here, 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 and here.
Is there any plan to develop those that we're aware of, or is that totally?
Not at this time.
Is there any precedent for doing something like this? It just kind of looks like a checkerboard pattern of new and old, kind of like the home by the school on Jackson Street where you got one lonely home there. I just got a concern that maybe you have the same thing here in 20 years from now. We're going to look back and say, did we make a mistake by having this odd mix, at least in my opinion, slightly odd mix?
Well, the underlying zoning will remain the same, the TR10. It's just the plan development overlay for the proposed development gives them the flexibility to request what they want to do.
Okay, thank you.
Any other technical questions for staff? Plan Commission, any technical questions? All right, I'm seeing none, and so I'm going to open the public hearing and request a statement from the applicant if they so choose so. Is the applicant here and wishes to speak? Approach the podium and state your name and address for our records, please.
Right over here.
Well, my name is Palomio Contade. I'm a developer on the project. For my address, I'm based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I just want to say, thank you all for being here. My co-developer couldn't be here today because his son is having a back-to-school run-in, so we just want to say thank you for all being here, and also thank you to the public. We really appreciate you showing up because it really shows you care about the community, and we do too. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any member of the public that would like to make a statement? Any member of the public that wishes to make a statement? Okay, I'm seeing none, so I will close the public comment period, and I would ask if the applicant would like to make a closing statement. It's not required. Okay. Commission, the action is upon you.
Motion to adopt the findings and recommendation as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this motion? Ms. Prop?
I just think this is an interesting infill development that evidently the neighbors approved of when they had the neighborhood meeting. And so, yes, there's a little dissimilarity, but I think it'll give a real boost to the neighborhood.
Any other discussion on the motion? Okay, I'm seeing none, so let's have a roll call vote, please.
Ms. Sherman?
Aye.
Ms. Prop?
Aye.
Mr. Pollock?
Aye.
Councilmember Bulow?
Aye.
Mr. Rucker?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Mr. Lowenstein?
Aye.
Chairman Perry?
Aye.
Motion carried 8-0.
Thank you. Item 2B is to review and make a recommendation on general development plan approval for a multifamily development located on the south side of the 100 block of West 8th Avenue and the north side, the 100 block of West 9th Avenue. Same parcels as in 2A. Have there been any site inspections? Myself included. Those are so noted. Thank you. I will accept the staff report as part of the record. Please report your summary.
Thank you. So this is the same subject site as the rezone. This item is for the general development plan. The applicant is proposing a multifamily development consisting of 2 10-unit townhome buildings and 2 2-unit buildings, with each building on a separate individual lot. The proposed 10-unit townhomes are not permitted in the TR10 district. Staff is supportive of a BSM to allow the proposed 10-unit townhomes, as the residential use will be compatible with the neighboring residential uses, and will also be compatible with the 2040 comprehensive land use plan recommendation of Center City, which promotes higher density residential uses. The site will have 6 driveway accesses from both West 8th and West 9th Avenue to 1 car attached garages for each unit. The site plan requires BSMs related to the site design for increased impervious surface ratio, reduced front setback, reduced side yard setback. Staff is supportive of the increased impervious surface ratio, as the overall site functions as a multifamily development, which would typically allow for higher impervious surface ratio. Also, the Center City future land use plan designation is intended to allow for high density development and increased impervious surface ratios. The reduced front and side yard setbacks are also supportable due to the Center City future land use plan designation, and the BSMs will be addressed during the future SIP reviews. Multifamily uses are required to provide outdoor recreation area. The site plan provides sufficient rear yard space to meet this requirement. The landscape plan shows pedestrian accesses running through the sites, connecting to sidewalks on West 8th Avenue and West 9th Avenue, and cross-access agreements will be needed as they cross property lines. You can see each site has a pedestrian path that runs through the site, crossing the property lines, which will need a cross-access agreements. So this is the conceptual landscape plan, which shows a combination of trees and shrubs near the building foundations, around the paved areas, along the street frontages, and within the yards. And the final landscaping plan and landscape point requirements will be addressed during the SIP phases. Here are the conceptual building renderings. The proposed exteriors consist primarily of brick and window areas, and they do appear to meet residential design standards, and the final elevations will be submitted as part of each SIP phase. The heights of the townhome buildings are shown to exceed the maximum height of 2.5 stories for the TR10 district. Staff is supportive of the proposed increased building height to 3 stories, as it is the result of utilizing ground floor attached garages, which serves as an efficient use of space to meet parking needs, and it will still remain under the maximum height of 35 feet for the TR10 district. So staff recommends approval of the GDP with the findings and conditions in the staff report.
Thank you very much. Plan Commission, do you have any technical questions for the staff? Ms. Prop?
Can you show us the map again where the green space might be in the backyard?
Yeah, this area back here is open rear yard space.
Oh, okay. Because it's the same color, it looks like paving or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of shows that,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's going to be the backyard areas that
All
are
right, so that's
available.
the potential.
Yep.
Thank you.
Any other technical questions?
So the property lines have disappeared on this conceptual plan, does that, I don't, so what's going, are they gonna be, the property line, each of those houses will be, or townhomes will be contained on separate parcels, or are they being combined, or what's going on in terms of the way the property is working out at this point?
Yeah, each of the 10-unit buildings will be on their own property, so there will be a CSM to dissolve those interior property lines, and then the 2-unit buildings will be on their own property.
Okay, so at some point, we're change the property lines.
Correct.
Through the process.
Any other technical questions for Plan Commission staff, for planning staff? Ms. Davy?
Are these rentals? Or are they like condos?
I believe they're rentals.
Ms. Shireman?
When you call it a 2-unit, is that like a duplex?
It's similar to an upper-lower duplex.
An upper-lower duplex,
Yeah.
okay.
Plan Commission, do you have any other technical questions? Okay, I'm seeing none, so I am going to open the public comment period and request a statement from the applicant if they choose. Is the applicant here and do they wish to address us? Okay. Is there any member of the public that wishes to address this item on the Plan Commission agenda? Any member of the public wish to address this item on the agenda? Okay, I'm seeing none, so I'm going to close the public comment period. The applicant can make a closing statement if they so choose. Otherwise, Plan Commission, the action is upon you.
Motion to adopt the findings and recommendation as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the motion? Mr. Bulow?
I don't think I'm allowed to let a housing item go by without saying more housing, yippee! And I mean that in all actuality. We've taken a lot of hits on council we have approved some higher income level developments, and we've gotten some criticism like, what about me? What about, something that we can afford? These are perfect starter residentials for young couples or people looking to downsize. And I love what it's going to be able to do for that area between Oregon and South Maine areas that we're looking to develop further.
Any other discussion on the motion? Okay, I'm seeing none. Let's have a roll call vote, please.
Ms. Sherman?
Aye.
Ms. Prop?
Aye.
Mr. Pollock?
Aye.
Councilmember Bulow?
Aye.
Mr. Rucker?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Mr. Lowenstein?
Aye.
Chairman Perry?
Aye.
Motion carried 8-0.
Wonderful, thank you. Item number 3 is a public hearing. Review and make recommendation on zone change from heavy industrial to heavy industrial with a planned development overlay and approval of a general development plan and specific implementation plan for building expansion at 2751 Universal Street. Have there been any site inspections? Okay, those are so noted for our records. I will also accept the staff report as part of our record, so please present your summary.
Thank you. So the subject site consists of a 5-acre parcel located in the Southwest Industrial Park on Universal Street. It is home to Millwork Distributors. The site and surrounding area are zoned heavy industrial with a mixture of industrial land uses. The applicant is proposing to rezone the subject site to heavy industrial with a planned development overlay. The requested PD overlay designation is intended to allow for flexibility in the zoning ordinance to accommodate expansion of the existing facility at the property. The applicant has submitted plans to construct a 23,000 square foot building expansion on the west side of the existing building and also install new pavement to accommodate more parking stalls. Staff is supportive of the proposed rezone as it will assist with accomplishing a building expansion and also the needed employee parking. So the zoning code allows for a maximum of 70% impervious surface ratio in the HI zoning district. The applicant is requesting a BSM to allow for 76.6% of the property to be impervious. And to offset this request, the applicant is proposing to install landscaping that exceeds zoning code requirements. So the zoning ordinance does not require new landscaping points for this project because the building expansion does not exceed 50% of the existing floor area, nor does the new pavement exceed 50% of the existing pavement area. However, they are proposing to add landscaping to meet current requirements for building foundations, paved areas, street frontages, and yards. So according to the applicant, the site currently has 1,507 landscaping points, and they're proposing a new landscaping site design, which will result in a total of 2,271 landscaping points. And this increase in overall landscaping sufficiently compensates for the proposed BSM for the increased impervious surface ratio, as they are adding 764 points where no additional landscaping would be required by the code requirements. Here are the building elevations. The applicant plans to improve the exterior of the front facade by painting the existing brick and also replacing window trims. The exterior material on the building expansion on the west side will match the existing metal siding, and that is compliant with the exterior building design standards for additions with less than 50% of the existing floor area. So staff recommends approval of the zone change, GDP, and SIP with the findings and conditions in the staff report.
Thank you very much. Plan Commission, are there any technical questions for the staff? Mr. Pollock.
Are we sure that retention pond is going to be big enough? It looks kind of small, and then we're now adding on more impervious surfaces.
And that's something that they will need to sort out with Public Works during the site plan review phase.
That's a separate, okay, thank you.
Any other technical questions? Ms. Davy.
This isn't really, it's more of a statement. I'm never happy when we get more impervious surface. But I am grateful that they're adding, I hope those are trees and not bushes. I don't know if they are different size circles or something, so you could tell, but we need more trees. So that's good. It's a good trade.
Any other technical questions from the Plan Commission? Okay, I'm seeing none, and I'm going to open the public hearing and request a statement from the applicant if they so choose. Is the applicant here, and do they wish to make a statement? Approach the podium and state your name and address for our records, please.
Sam Winterfeld with Keller out of Kaukauna, representing Millwork Distributors. Here to answer any questions that you guys might have above and beyond what's shown here and what Brian gave in the staff report. Excited about the project. I think it's going to, the front of the building is going to look absolutely fantastic. The added space is going to keep them here and growing for a number of years to come. Obviously, the reason for the parking stall increase. So, any questions? Ask. I'm here. Otherwise, appreciate all of your time.
Thank you. Is there any member of the public that would like to make a statement? Approach the podium and state your name and address for our records, please.
Todd Miller, 881 Honey Creek Road, Oshkosh. I have a unique perspective on this project because I was their banker when they financed the first building in '92 and the first edition in 1998. I am also the chairman of the board of the company, and I don't know if everybody's aware, but we are actually an employee-owned company. We became an employee-owned company 5 years ago. And really, this is for the future of our employees. Our employees are very excited that we're going to be doing this. And quite honestly, we're out of room right now. So that's why we need to expand. And we are also going to be probably adding about a dozen jobs, Scott? About 12 jobs when the project is finished. The addition is primarily for warehouse space. We don't have any more room to move our inventory anywhere. So just wanted to give you that little bit of background. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other member of the public wish to speak on this agenda item? Any member of the public wish to speak on this agenda item? Okay, I'm seeing none, so I'm going to close the public hearing. If the applicant would like to make a closing statement, they may. Seeing that they don't, the Plan Commission, the action is upon you.
Motion to adopt the findings and recommendation as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this motion? Ms. Bropp?
Just that we had an excellent workshop with you folks, and it was exciting. And at the time, I said you have the best landscape property on Universal, and now probably it'll be even better. Thank you.
Councilmember Buelow.
I just didn't want them to think that I'll only give a yippee for residential, so I'm supportive of this as well.
Any other discussion on the motion? Okay, I'm seeing none, so let's have a roll call vote, please.
Ms. Sherman? Aye. Ms. Prompt?
Aye.
Mr. Pollak?
Aye.
Councilmember Buelow?
Aye.
Mr. Rucker?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Mr. Lowenstein?
Aye.
Chairman Perry?
Aye.
Motion carried 8-0.
Thank you. Item number 4 is to review and make a recommendation on a specific implementation plan for a drive-through car wash at 1700 South Keeler Street. Have there been any site inspections? You can add me as well.
Everyone. Okay, that sounds good.
Well, those are so noted. Thank you. The staff report is accepted and is part of the record, so please present your summary.
Thank you. The subject site is located at the southeast corner of South Kohler Street and Osborne Ave, and it contains a former restaurant building, which was Applebee's, and the surrounding area consists mostly of commercial uses. In April of this year, Common Council approved a GDP for a drive-through car wash at the subject site. The applicant is proposing a 5,270 square foot drive-through car wash, which will also include 20 vacuum stations within the parking lots. In the future, the owner intends to utilize the eastern area of the site for a small commercial business. The site will utilize two driveway accesses off of Osborne Ave, and they will remove the existing driveway access off of South Kohler Street. The plan includes 20 vacuum stations as well as 30 parking spaces for a total of 50 parking spaces, where code allows a maximum of 25 parking spaces. And the applicant intends to leave the existing easternmost parking row in its current footprint, and they do need a BSM for increased parking. Staff does not have concerns with allowing the excess parking to remain, as it is abutting a commercial property and will likely be redeveloped to a commercial use in the future. The plan meets all setback requirements with the exception of the existing pavement along the east property line, which slightly extends it into the 5-foot setback. The applicant is exceeding the paved area landscape point requirement, and they're utilizing existing trees to the east of the pavement to compensate for the slight setback reduction. The site plan includes a ground sign located at the northwest corner of the building, and it's placed at the 25-foot front and street side setbacks. And the applicant has provided a standard sign package for Tommy's Express Car Wash sites, which includes a pylon sign or a monument sign, and both of these sign options are within the maximum area and within the maximum height for the SMU district. Here's the landscape plan. It is meeting requirements for building foundation landscaping, also meeting paved area landscaping requirements. For the street frontages, it is meeting the point requirements along both Osborne Ave and South Kohler Street. However, the street frontage points along South Kohler Street are shown at being further than 10 feet from the right-of-way line, where code requires street frontage landscaping to be within 10 feet of the right-of-way. So they do need a BSM to place these plantings further than 10 feet from the public right-of-way. The Department of Public Works has requested that no plantings be placed along the public right-of-way on Kohler Street to avoid conflicts with existing city utilities there. Here are the building elevations. They include a combination of pre-finished metal panel, nichia fiber cement panel, brick, and storefront glazing. Commercial design standards require facades to consist of at least 50% Class 1 materials, so they are requesting BSMs to allow reduced Class 1 materials to 43% on the west front elevation and 7% on the north Osborne Ave facing elevation. Staff is supportive of the reduced Class 1 materials on the west Kohler Street side, as it's only slightly deficient of the Class 1 material requirement, and it also utilizes nichia fiber cement siding. Although nichia fiber cement is considered a Class 3 material, staff feels that it's a high-quality, durable material, which is comparable to other Class 1 materials, and the combination of the brick and glazing and the nichia fiber cement comprises 56% of the facade. Staff is also supportive of the Class 1 material reduction on the north Osborne Ave facade, as the applicant is exceeding the street frontage landscaping point requirements along that frontage, as well as the medium tree point requirements to compensate for the Class 1 reduction. So with that, staff recommends approval of the SIP with the findings and conditions in your staff report.
Thank you very much. Plan Commission, any technical questions for staff? Ms. Shireman?
So when they bring out a standard sign package, do you like give them like a heads up, a thumbs up, like because we've had problems with signage out there, different sizes, and we see signage a lot come to this group.
So with both of them, their standard sign packages meeting SMU standards for signage, either one would meet code, and we typically address it at the plan review for the sign permit if it meets code. If they would need a BSM, then it would need to be a final plan that they're requesting increased signage or increased size. But with it meeting code, it can be addressed during the building permit process.
Okay, that's what I wanted to confirm. Thank you.
Mr. Lowenstein?
I was just interested in the fiber cement panels. I mean, we've had some discussion about fiber cement in the past, and you mentioned a specific brand, I assume, and did they just bring you a sample? Or
Yeah.
How does that work? Because we've talked a lot about fiber cement being essentially, a high enough quality product to meet our Class 1 standard.
Thanks, Carl. Yeah, so there's a sample right there. So that kind of grayish tan color is going to be the fiber cement. And it's nichia is a material that we've used in the past we found it comparable to a Class 1 material.
It's heavy, careful.
It is.
I was surprised. I'm like, don't smash your fingers.
Yeah, this one's the fiber
This is the one
cement.
we're talking about.
Yep.
This is the enamels.
Correct.
Other technical questions?
No, I just think it's pretty.
Slide the heavy thing over. I mean, I love fiber cement, it's a good product, but does it need to be something that needs to be changed overall, so we're not doing,
That's what I was
Yeah.
wondering.
BSM's for it?
Yeah, they're requesting a BSM
right, instead
to
of
allow
having it,
reduce.
should we change the class 1 standards for this kind of thing?
We are proposing to do a zoning rewrite next year, and so we're taking our laundry list and sort of waiting for that to go through and work with the consultant and try to do a bunch of updates at the same time. So that's another one we'll add to our list, and we're trying to look for ones that get repetitive with BSM.
Just along with the, we did the steel container building too, that was the residential standard that we had to do BSM for. Anybody else want to see that?
Any other technical questions? Any other technical questions? Okay, I'm seeing none, so I'm going to open the public comment period and request, actually, I need to go back. I have a technical question. The drawing seems to show queuing against Keeler Avenue. Right there.
Yes, this is their drive lane, which comes around to the entry here, and then exit here, and then through here.
So what is the difference between that and a restaurant's drive-through?
From a code standpoint, the pickup window cannot be between the street and the building. It doesn't say anything about drive-through lanes specifically, just the pickup windows.
Okay.
Because even, sorry to interrupt,
Yep.
but even McDonald's would be just like that, just a couple blocks up. Their queue for their drive-through would be along that same Kyler.
That is correct, doesn't mean it's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, are there any other technical questions? All right, now we will move on to public comment. Request a statement from the applicant if they choose so. Is the applicant here, and do they wish to address us? Approach the podium, state your name and address for our records, please.
My name is Peter Schwabe with Peter Schwabe Inc., address W915 Harding Road, Rubicon, Wisconsin. Just want to say thank you for reviewing this. Staff has been phenomenal as far as helping me walk through the process and making certain we put together not only a first-class building, but do it in a way that meets code and is appropriate for the community. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other member of the public that would like to make a statement on this agenda item? Is there a member of the public that wishes to make a statement? Okay, I'm seeing none, so I'm going to close the public comment period. The applicant can make a closing statement if they choose. And so, Commission, the action is upon you.
Motion to adopt the findings and recommendations stated in the staff report.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the motion? Councilmember Bulow.
So I have a question, perhaps the applicant wants to respond, but it's something that I've gotten asked several times is, why would we approve this when we have an empty car wash for sale, which is on Witzel, which I know is a different location, and I know it's a different market feasibility study, but I've been getting that question a lot, so I just wanted to pose it for anybody who wants to take a shot.
Thank you for that question.
I presume you're asking me to respond, and the best I can tell you is that my client, the Killing family, who you're probably familiar with their McDonald's restaurants and they live in the car washes, have done market studies as far as the best place for their product. They also have found that there are communities where the high-speed membership car washes are very, very successful, and particularly Tommy's. I've been all over the country, and I've been to their national conventions to see what works and what doesn't work, and this particular product has been very good. So between the location, the product itself, and the membership structure, they found it's successful. I don't know anything at all about the other car wash in town. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
At least I can say I've asked.
Any other discussion on this motion? Well, as the Plan Commission knows, I'm going to have to say something. I view this as a drive-through, whether there's a window or not. And because the drive-through faces a major corridor, it is not something that I generally would support. So I'm just throwing that out there, as the Plan Commission knows I would. Any other discussion on the motion? All right, I'm seeing none. Let's have a roll call vote, please.
Ms. Sherman?
Aye.
Ms. Pratt?
Aye.
Mr. Pollock,
Aye.
Councilmember Bulow,
Aye.
Mr. Rucker,
Aye.
Miss Davy,
Aye.
Mr. Lowenstein,
Aye.
Chairman Perry.
No.
Motion carried 7-1.
Thank you. Now on to other business. Is there any other business for the commission? No? Okay. So the last item on the agenda is adjournment.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on our motion? Okay, we can have a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you. There are no workshops.